What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is
You can buy it
about
by the bundle.
Is this human or is this synthetic?
No, this is synthetic.
Black people, we love our braids.
Would normally have braids in 24/7.
The way this hair about to be slayed, baby.
But it's the style that we've all known to protect our hair, quietly putting us in danger.
2 times it's happened to me. Very nasty looking sores on the back of my neck.
Mega companies selling us synthetic hair you may find at the beauty supply.
All of them have some type of chemical at this point.
It has been tearing some of us up.
My scalp is pretty much burning.
So the Shade Room,
Wow.
we flew to New York.
So we've been here for about
They say it's a
2
lie, though.
hours.
Pressing the companies that make our hair products, but don't look like us.
What are you guys working on specifically?
Those same companies at the center of a shocking consumer report that found chemicals, benzene, acetone, lead, in synthetic braiding hair.
Gutted. I was gutted.
The dare to know what's in your hair. I'm Justin Carter, and this is a TSR Investigate special report. But before we get into it, roommates, make sure you go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find full
They don't
and
care, that's
exclusive
full in there.
episodes of this show and more. We're here at Nadine's Braiding Shop in Bowie, Maryland. It's right outside of Baltimore, where they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in braid hair every single month. The secret sauce here is that they're 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can get your hair done at 3 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 p.m. if you want. But what struck us at the Shade Room is a disturbing report from Consumer Reports that suggested that there's harmful chemicals and carcinogens in our synthetic braiding hair, the ones that could be making us sick. You
think
have
they
how
care?
many braiders?
We have over 500 right now.
It's Nadine Drico's $1 million business.
You a millionaire?
Of course.
I keep that answer to myself.
An immigrant
Of
from
course.
Cameroon. She moved here in 2009 for a better life, and she certainly achieved it. Her viral 24/7 hair braiding salon, Nadine's, it's quadrupled over the last 3 years. Braids are in and always has been.
Medium boho braid.
This is French curl braids.
Have you ever had an issue with synthetic hair at all?
No, I've never had any reactions, no issues. It's always been something I most likely will go towards.
How much hair do you buy in a given month?
No, we purchase over $200,000 hair a month.
Marketing and operations director Brandy Smith, she took us to the back to see for ourselves.
So this is the French curl hair. French curl is becoming very popular.
Another popular one too, we're not seeing the ingredients.
Nothing but hair.
This
Yep.
is Boss Bobby Boss.
They're not going to show you what's
Bobby
in
Boss
it because you
braid,
wouldn't
braid
get it.
hair. But it's interesting. I was talking to Nadine about it. It says pre-stretched. It says
You
you
just
know,
gotta
it's
go with
dyed,
it.
sleek finish, easy to separate. But of course, it's perfect for knotless styles. But nowhere on here it doesn't say the actual ingredients.
Y'all remember when all the fast food restaurants had to finally put their nutritional facts on the back? Y'all don't find that strange? Women, y'all don't find that strange that on your hair that they're not putting what it is. On the back of your can, go down there and just grab your beans. It's going to be there.
Yeah.
Here, let's just grab this Red Bull can. It's all there. But you mean to tell us on the back of your hair there's no facts on nothing? There's no what's the chemicals in it, what or the dyes they're using? None of that.
No.
Okay.
Of it. And
I
so of
love
course you
this
guys
for
have been
y'all
using
then.
this for a long time, but you know, as somebody that's in this industry, would you like to see more ingredients?
I would like to see it not just for us, but like the clients. I feel like it assures them more. You know, when you go into a grocery store, you like to read the ingredients on the food. I think we should have the same with hair.
Where do you go
There you
to
go.
find the hair? Do you go to a beauty supplier? Do you go right to the source?
China.
China.
I don't go, but
Oh,
I have supplies from China. I have supply from Senegal.
Are you concerned that the hair you're buying from China, even from Senegal,
Yes.
No.
you're not 100% sure what's in it?
Where I was really concerned.
Did you hear the report about how synthetic braiding hair is poisoning black women?
It was breaking consumer news in February.
This is what I have in my head now, and this is what's been causing me.
So y'all don't think this is the new wave of when they put the crack in the 80s through the communities?
Exactly.
It's new ingenious ways, man, to like get you through another way. Like who would think that it would go through the hair? But that's the thing where your brain sit.
Think about the lace wigs, the got to be, the trending products.
Cantu, a white man, but he market to y'all African look. All the bottles look African.
And we've already heard what they have said about that. So,
yeah, exactly.
Which brings us back to this
that
round
was in
table
every black woman's home at one point.
Yeah. Yep.
So that
we are
brings
here
us back to
at the braiding hair syndrome. How this hair is no good for your hair, but yet
they don't care.
They chose the bear.
Yeah, they chose the bear.
Scalp burn.
Consumer Reports, they purchased 10 of the most popular synthetic hair braiding products and sent 2 samples of each to an independent lab. We're talking
what they
about
found were
brands
staggering.
we all know: Sensationelle, Magic Fingers, Sassy Collection, Shake and Go. The list goes on.
I have to reach out to my suppliers, and they give me document to confirm that their hair was saved. But then I have to use my own brain, and I said, why this now? Why? Is it somebody behind this trying to bring down black business or what?
So the Shade Room, we took a trip to Yonkers, New York. It's the Consumer Reports headquarters, and the results shocked everyone. All of the synthetic braiding hair that they tested positive for multiple carcinogens. 3 of them testing positive for benzene.
Hold on. So when Trey X and go on down on the ground and ask all those girls, and they be like, no, that's just a myth. They dispelled that. None of that's true. That's just stuff that they're just, talking points. We watched him do the studies. He's at the Consumer Reports
and he
headquarters.
Just said multiple
top brands though that are the most used.
But different levels of carcinogens.
Yeah, not just one
type, 3.
Yes, like if you would have 3 STIs, not just one.
In large amounts.
What is the problem? We don't understand.
Which is known to cause acute myeloid leukemia. 9 out of 10 of them also testing positive for lead.
It is a huge problem. It's a tough choice to make.
Lead
Consumer
in their
Reports
head.
managing editor Ginger Cole says the report was a part of a months-long in-depth look into synthetic hair. Black women in their focus groups were sounding the alarm.
Someone mentioned braiding hair, and right away that got my attention, and I started doing research on it and found a really interesting report from a student. And she identified possible carcinogens that's used in the makeup of the actual hair, in the actual manufacturing of it. Yes. And so I kind of ran with it after that.
Dr. James Rogers, Director of Product Safety Testing and Research at Consumer Reports, he took it over from there and started the testing process.
We said, number one, we wanted to test products that were the top 10 sellers in black or brown colored products, right? But we also asked the women themselves, what are some of the products that you use with your hair and your children's hair? And so we took their list, we took the top seller list, we mushed that together, and we came up with the 10 products that are listed in the article.
Check this out. The amount of lead alone detected in these products was astronomically higher than the, quote, maximum allowable dose level.
Oh my,
Flexi Rod
300,
curls crochet,
500 times.
585% above. Magic Fingers pre-stretch braiding hair, 603%.
Oh my, they're walking
Sassy
with
Collection,
just
100% Caneculon jumbo braid hair, 610% above.
There's no safe level of lead. So we detect lead in food. We want that out of food. Well, should we say this about this product? We think we should consider that there should be no lead in artificial braiding hair.
It says this hair product has been created, some of the most recent invented fibers. It talks about fibers and tangle-free traits, but it really doesn't tell you exactly what is in it.
And what's sad is, this is the saddest part. If you tell this to our black women, they're just gonna argue that it's not like that. That's what's sad.
Yeah, because.
And here's the proof.
Because we're strategy at for them. The ones that want to wear the hairstyles that this hair produces for them, that gives them that look. What is the strategy then?
Wow.
not one that they want to commit to, which would be them actually having to wear their own real hair,
or an alternative that
or
have all the
right.
Yeah.
It's.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Do you feel like that's a problem?
That
And
is
we'll be back right
what
after
we
these
consider
messages.
a regulatory black hole, because we believe that that packaging should list all the ingredients that are in the product.
All of them have some type of chemical at this point.
Facts.
We saw it up close when we stopped by Atlanta-based Zoette Beauty Supply. Charis McWhorter and Dana Hawkins, they're co-owners, and say, as a black-owned business, they often don't have a choice. The vendors, they're in control of everything, down to the products that are even available to sell. And if anything, they say,
everyone has a choice. Just remember that.
Their customers, they come in, and if they do have concerns, they'll strip the hair with apple cider vinegar.
You had any customers come to you and say, hey, I need a certain brand, or this has happened to me in the past, what to do?
Yeah, so we actually have a ton of people that come in that are allergic to caniculon hair. So basically they would want a hair that's not made of those fibers. They may be made of a different synthetic fiber. So what they would do, they would basically pre-wash their braiding hair with an apple cider vinegar rinse, and that will solve a lot of people's problems with the chemicals in the actual hair that's used to make it. Not the actual fibers, but the chemicals.
Apple cider vinegar.
Stripping.
No.
Stripping it.
Yes.
Is that a quick fix to get rid of
No.
benzene in hair?
We don't know. They're stripping with apple cider vinegar 2 to 1 with water diluted, not straight. There is stripping with hydrogen peroxide. I've talked to a woman about that. There is stripping by putting it in the washing machine and washing it before you use it. Another woman told me about that. We don't have any data yet that says that works. Any chemical that's in there has the potential to end up in the
to leak out
in the child's body when they wear these.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, so
y'all sweat, then y'all wear hats on top of it.
So on top of that, you think about
sex.
Think about this. Little kids that y'all putting this in their hair.
Don't even get a chance.
To give the oh my goodness, man. And the main hair that they're using is the braiding hair.
Yep. That's the hair that
they're not wearing lace wigs.
Nope.
No, they're wearing the braiding hair.
But
so they're wearing the one that has the most chemical traits in it out of all of them.
But if you tell a bop this, she's going to talk about you don't know nothing about what you talking about.
Right.
And no, it's not. You don't know what you talking about.
Exactly.
Braids sometimes 4 to 6 weeks, and sometimes longer.
But with that, the findings of this consumer report, it came with scrutiny on social media.
This study is just really not that conclusive.
James.
Told you.
Yeah.
We only tested 2 samples per product, James.
Told you.
Did not perform any statistical analysis.
Young scientists and influencers
Here we go.
criticizing consumer reports over the sample size. They only tested 10 products. Some also question if the amount of chemicals found in these products is significant enough to sound the alarm.
Again, this was a pilot study to see if there
is that
was
enough?
there.
Like you said, this is
Now
a pilot
we found
study.
There was a there, and so we can do a much larger study.
Just like
Dr. Alicia Franklin.
Just like with a lot of things or pilot studies, like for real, if you think about it,
year,
like
2
you
year,
can't,
3 year,
yeah,
5 year
everybody,
breakdown.
is somebody knocking at your door and asking you to participate in the testing of this hair product? No.
You know.
So it's a ratio of where they're testing.
Yeah, they tested little small samples of the hair and they found the
That's
chemicals
just
and the
it.
lead in it. Now give them 5 years or 3 years on the study, then they'll be able to bring back way more analysis.
Right.
But the pilot study, that's okay.
Right.
Look, if
they're gonna go region for region
it's
of
okay.
anything.
Let them do this, because if they did a study on the bottom of their shoe and it comes back with feces all on it, you think them dirty motherfuckers are gonna walk through their crib with the shoe on? They gonna believe that? Oh no, they said there was feces and traces at the bottom of this shoe,
Right.
and they're gonna take their shoe off at the door.
Right.
Humans do this. We'll make it easy and put a pillow behind ourselves with stuff like this. Like, no, it can't be true. There ain't no lead and benzene and all that hurting us. But we know that if you smell that, like I said, feces, and you see it, you'll treat that with such respect.
Right.
But not this.
Right.
It's just like stress. They don't see it, so it ain't there.
To you.
There have been 2 times in particular I've gotten braids and I've had breakouts on my neck.
She's an analytical chemist herself and has centered her own research around the beauty industry and its impact on our health. She showed me what it was like when she picked up the wrong braiding hair one time.
Cornrow braids that went just straight to the back. So a majority of the exposure to the braids
Touches
was
your neck.
my neck. And honestly, I hate to say it, I kept the braids in. I needed to get my money's worth.
She says she hasn't gotten them since, though.
If this is what's happening externally and we can see this as manifested on the outside of the skin, what's really happening in the body? Because a lot of times there are some diseases that you just can't see. Is this why Black folks are disproportionately affected by some of these very extreme diseases, particularly Black women? We have some of the highest mortality rates for most of the major cancers in this country.
Specifically breast cancer. Black women with a 40% higher mortality rate than white women in the United States.
If we already are exposed to a thing, do we then want to introduce a product that then exposes us to even more that can cause harm? I want my braids all the way to the ankles, but can my hair not have lead in it?
So TSR investigates. We went to the source to find out. Moonachie, New Jersey, headquarters of Sensational Hair and its parent company, Hair Zone Incorporated. If you do recall, Sensational products, they did have benzene and high levels of lead listed in this consumer report. But here's where it gets tricky. I didn't want a pre-written statement from them. I wanted to speak to somebody in charge, specifically an executive. So I did a quick search on LinkedIn. That man, it will be the vice president, Louis Choi.
So we've been here for about
Japanese
2
man.
hours, and they close. They say on their website they close at 6. So we're gonna stake it out for 1 more hour.
Then I noticed in the first parking spot in the employee lot, a cyber truck.
That is who I think I need to talk to. Whoever is in the first parking spot, and it just happens to be a black-on-black Tesla Cybertruck.
Sure enough, as employees were leaving, I spotted somebody hop in that Cybertruck.
Hi there, how are you? I'm Justin.
It was Louis Choi. I ran over. I introduced myself.
The man.
I told him that I was from the Shade Room and we were recording, working on an investigative story about Sensational and other brands.
I know that they sent some petitions your way, claiming that you should maybe put some ingredients or labels onto your products.
Yeah, we have we're kind of working on it right now, so I can give you some updates.
He was pleasant. He asked for my information,
was.
asked if I was local, and that they're, quote, working on this.
What are you guys working on specifically?
I'll update you later. Are you around this week?
I
am.
Okay. Yeah, I'll reach out.
But that never
No, he
happened.
won't.
About
he knows
2
how to
weeks
play.
later,
I
his
said it.
PR team wrote me
He
saying
knows how
that
to
there's,
play.
quote, no availability for an interview
Told you.
at this time. They sent a statement instead, quote, at Sensational, we pride ourselves on producing the finest quality hair products on the market. We're constantly evaluating our materials and processes with customer safety in mind. The claims and conclusions presented by the Consumer Reports study are...
Keep in mind, Big Shots, this is off the grid, though. See how he was able to escape him out like that?
Yeah.
Like, he just knew using his own common sense that the big gate, that the person I need to talk to is in that, their cyber truck. If he had just been in something a little more humble and chill, he might have got
slipped through the cracks. Yeah, just to fool you. Sometimes you gotta fool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And who's the biggest consumer of this hair? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So
unfounded and misleading. Its study used a harsh and unusual testing methodology on hair braiding products that are clearly not intended for ingestion. We strongly disagree with the claims Consumer Reports makes about the potential risks to consumers that could arise from the safe and common use of our products. We unequivocally stand by the safety of Sensational products, and our company urges consumers to continue to confidently use Sensational products, end quote.
We've got 5,000 emails to Sensational's executive and still no response.
Attorney Alexandra Gross, Senior Policy Counsel for Consumer Reports.
They stayed silent. So that's why we decided to turn up the pressure and show up to their headquarters in New Jersey to hand deliver this petition. They turned us away.
20,000 petition signatures demanding they remove benzene and other toxic chemicals from their braiding hair. The rest of those hair brands, too, mentioned they failed to respond to requests for comment publicly across the board, though Magic Fingers, they're the only other company that has sent some kind of response. Here's what they said, quote, Magic Fingers is proud of the trusted and top quality hair products we provide to our customers. Our customers know they can count on us for braids and extensions that meet their highest expectations for fashion and performance. The unusual testing methods employed by Consumer Reports do not fairly match the real-world way that our customers use our braiding hair, end quote.
Why don't you think the FDA has taken the necessary steps to ensure that these products are safe?
To be honest with you, I just think it's the fact that no one has asked them this question before.
It's why Gross and her team, they're working right now on the state and federal level, pushing for policy when it comes to manufacturing black hair products. In New York, it's the Beauty Justice Act that they're backing, which would ban dozens of toxic substances like lead and benzene. And on the federal level,
Congress back in 2022 expanded FDA's authority over cosmetics, but in our opinion, it did not go far enough. So when we reached out to them, they would not assert their authority over braiding hair. That's why we're working now to pass the Safer Beauty Bill package. It's a federal bill that would ban the most toxic chemicals, improve ingredient transparency, and protect people most at risk, like women of color and the salon workers I mentioned before.
Consumer Reports says that they were so blown away by the outcome and response of their study that they're going to be taking it a step further and widening their sample pool. Also, they'll be testing for human hair in the future. They say right now, best practice, if you're noticing any changes in your hair, take it out immediately and throw it away. They also say report it to your healthcare provider or the FDA if you can. This is a TSR Investigate special report. I'm Justin Carter.
Wow, man. So
Yeah.
there you have it. Look, believe what you want.
Yeah, you can
know
do,
what I'm saying?
what
Believe-
you want to do.
Just like they did with all the kids and the black people in the communities with the lead poisoning that was in the walls. People didn't want to, believe it, but all those kids were coming back, with actual lead poisoning. So they changed it, and you can't have lead in the paint. So if they didn't believe that then, they didn't believe that our own government brought, that bake up in the hoods back in, believe what y'all want, man.
But we're going to open field this because this is, there's more to it than just the braiding hair for the females, because as you can see, the aesthetics is all just pointing at the black females that's going to suffer from this department. Now,
And the braiders too.
We know that they're at large demand on the consumer part, because they are the ones that are getting styled. And like you said, the ones that are doing the service, they're going to be the ones that's going to miss out on the financing part. You know what I mean? But take this in mind. It spreads across to other markets. We know the why. People play around in the hair at times, but we know it's a small little percentage. But think about this percentage, this particular group of category of people that we did not even dare share any light. Oh, he is of that. It's called a black man. Yeah, he does fancy into the hair politics itself, because when he does wear his extensions, when he gets his dreads, the ones that go all the way down. Yeah, they are wearing that same hair that has that same chemical. And then they do at times that ones that, don't have the aesthetics of wearing their bald head the way that they should. They wear the lace wigs, the lace toupees, the new the wave frontals. So and those products and in them hairs, there's suffering. Yeah, them units. I didn't want to say, because it sounds so ghetto, but it is ghetto. And it is what it is. The units, yes, they are in there too. So, needless to say,
the lashes.
Here we go. We can keep going on and on and on. But the main status quo is that the black culture isn't going to stop.
No matter what.
Because there's always going to be a reason, a way that this is going to be not so factual.
Yeah.
It's going to be just framed in certain areas, and that's it. Until they rule it all the way through.
Yeah, and you see some real.
And you can't argue with it.
Yeah, they ain't going to give a shit.
But then you'll still find a small fraction that will still
say that is
argue against it. So, you know how they say with viewing things by your own discretion will use by your own discretions. Let us know your thoughts on this matter. Comment down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
The Raw University.